we've got. For those of you watching, Callahan finished second. He had a very fine showing at the Victory Lane Sports League Racing League on Friday with a nice solid second place finish. We won't mention where he was and how he ended up second. Oh, there's ruins. Cool. I see pot bunkers. I like pot bunkers. I don't know what these are. They look different. Driving range, parking lot. Ooh, what's over here? Whoa. That's a lot of ivy on that, if that's what that's supposed to be on that house. Good gracious. It's got a linksy look to it. Okay. Let's give her. So Kingshire 1712. I'm guessing this is a trip back in time. Same rotation planting. Okay. Oh. Just yank that one. But we're going to get a beauty bounce here and be fine. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Never mind. Overgrown from century. Yeah, okay, that's cool. So that bounce was just, I mean, I hit a bad shot, so I can get over that. The green is a foot up, but because of this sculpting right here, we can't actually see the green. I mean, we can see the pin, but I feel like we should be able to see the green too. Now, I'm guessing we're going for kind of a, you know, naturally humpy bumpy kind of fairway design, which is cool. It's just a big, relatively flat green for what's really a short par 4. Can't road race and talk at the same time. No, you self-spun because I was in your head. That's what happened. I watched your stream a little bit because I wanted to see what happened to XJ. Because where I was, it looked like you might have gotten into him. You didn't, but I just wanted to see. And then I wanted to see how you spun because I didn't really see that happen either. And for the 10 laps before that, all it was Grandpa Ameobi this and Grandpa Ameobi that. So I was in your head. I was living in there rent free. Easy first holes, yeah, that's cool. I like the look of that kind of heathish kind of planting around that bunker. Nah, don't go too far right on me. Oh, that's gone farther than I expected. Come on back. Crush that. Yeah, there's a really minimalistic view to this that's kind of cool. Which fits with kind of the story behind the course, right? Something that's been here for, what, 300 years and change? It wouldn't have... Oh, and there's a church there. I didn't even see that. It wouldn't have a whole lot of bulldozer stuff. It wouldn't have any. An hour to complete a lap? Lovely. Yeah, that was my first crack at... actually, my first laps at Sonoma were on Friday. I hadn't seen... I mean, I had seen the track before. I've seen NASCAR, but I'd never turned a lap. And then it took me a little bit to kind of figure out how to do it. And even then, I noticed you were doing things differently than I was. And I think in some ways they were better. Just different, being in different gears in different places. But we were running very similar times too, so... I'm just trying to figure out where to go here. So you've gone with the centerline hazard where if I go... If I go to the right, I gotta sneak it between the water, but that's my short way in. Well, we're gonna go that way. And we're gonna go swimming. It's an Ameobi stream, actually, Trail Ducker. So, we'll talk what I damn well please. Talk about what I damn well please, I mean. Where's Charlie? Oh, because of the willows. Yeah. Yeah. It goes against channel rules hitting 3-wood there. There's no laying up allowed here. Yeah, so if you can hit that fairway, you can get there, I think. Yeah, I saw. Oh, fuzzy. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. The fuzzy brush. Yeah. Oh, so you can have the actual the shape of the brush is right here. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. So the fuzzy brush here would be very beneficial because you can actually see the shape of this brush. Willows are okay. Yeah, willows aren't that bad. Charlie just has this irrational fear of them. Or hatred. Maybe it's because hatred based on fear. Alright. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, dude. Ultimately, the important thing is that you thought about it and then made the decision to go the route you went. Don't know what I want to do here. I'll hit 3-wood because it doesn't can't count as laying up because I can't get to the green anyways. And I wanted a full shot in. Oh God, that went forever. Well, it might have been, but I would have just been better off smashing driver if I was going to do that with my second shot. No. Circles don't have corners. Okay. Yeah, I like to look from the tee too. Like it's there's a very cool minimalistic vibe to this place. The yardage markers are triggering me only because they look like out of bounds stakes, and that, out of bounds stakes scared me to death. But ooh, what's going on with this green? It's up, it's down, it's left, it's right, it's here, it's there, it's everywhere. Yeah, so I'm seeing a little bit. I would actually like to see this. So this area here be just a hair more rugged. Like it almost looks a little bit too smooth, if that makes sense. Just to go along with the vibe of the course. I don't know. Hit that and see what happens. And this green's very rugged too. I mean, which I can kind of get past because I think this course would kind of be like that in real life. Ah. Thing is, it's kind of difficult to do, like, to make it you know, it's kind of difficult to make it naturally rugged. This layered thing to my right, now behind me. Where was that green? Oh, this thing. Oh, there's a deer. Oh, it used to be somebody's house, I think. Now it's an abandoned cabin of some kind. Yeah, it's very cool. Again, that's not the first ruin we found out here. And then there's the washroom over there. Nice. Okay. Hmm. So we haven't gone for wide fairways. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, this second shot looks interesting. I wish I'd paid more attention to before I hit my drive. Church is the coolest. Oh, it's short enough it doesn't really matter that much. So we've got like kind of a burn running through here. There's a lot to like about this, man. Over here. Another abandoned house. Hmm. Played that poorly. Yeah, I like the way the burn is winding through. I mean, this is me being able to cheat with a PC. That water plane got away from me just a hair by the looks of it, unless that was intentional. But, it's over there where people aren't supposed to be able to see it anyways. Okay. If I had a nitpick, it would be that I would like to see that burn go into a bigger body of water, but it's a nitpick. Oh, did I just... I thought I left that short. Yeah, exactly. I know you see it. Just people like me. These pots look really good too. Just the detail of them looks really good. I can't wait for them to stick revetted faces in this game, so that you can actually create proper pot bunkers. But this is difficult to do a whole lot better than that. It's really well done. Daniel got excited. Don't blame him. Oh no. Oh no. And we're in. No, we didn't quite make it. Yeah, I agree with you there, and I don't know that there'll be a 2K22, maybe 2K23, but yeah, I agree. It would be nice for bunkering could be made easier or better, I guess. there's a rock in your fairway. Right in the middle of it. I'm not going anywhere near that rock. Bad things happen when I get near rocks. Yeah, you would too, Jocker. I know you. I don't have one of those, Midnight Fox. I go 3-wood, then 3-iron. I'm old school. Because what they call a 3-iron now was called a 2-iron when I played competitively. And that's what I did. Driver, 3-wood, 2-iron. And so on and so forth. Oh, this is nasty. Blind, yeah, kind of blind tee shot. I mean, again, pot bunkers often like to hide, don't they? Apparently there was a cross hazard here. Never saw it. Ooh. Hmm. Well, this is an interesting par 5 green. This pin is just miserable. No. There's nowhere to help me. All right, we're going right at it then. Screw it. Hopefully the backstop there. Nope. Hmm. It's par 5. You could hit a wedge to that. I mean, that pin's tight. But, yeah, it's a par 5. Yeah, it's close. Yeah. I just don't. All right. And again, this is a bit of a nitpick. And it's a par 5, and so you don't have any divine right to get close to the pin on a par 5 and 2. But it'd be fun. It could be fun. Like this one, it's just everything around this pin is just shooting you away from it. And maybe it's just not meant to be, you're not meant to get at it in 2. That could be. I just feel like, if you've taken it over those cross bunkers and hit that kind of shot, yeah, I don't know. I love the design, like the shot, like the way the shot looks, the way that burn kind of goes around it. I think that's awesome. Yeah, it's right. It's on the edge, that's for sure. It's fine. It's just it feels like you're not quite as rewarded for getting it over that cross bunkery area as you could be, but that could also be the pin I played as well. Oh my god. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's count. 1, 2, and 16th. Maybe? Yeah, I always do pin 2. Always. Is it pin 2, so we got 2 boxes? Round up. Oh! Yeah, and so that's why I play pin 2 usually. Because pin 1 is, for a lot of designers, pin 1 is the one they focus on, and then the rest are kind of throwaways. But often, people who focus on all 4 pins, pin 2 quite often is a difficult one. So, it's dicey, dude. Now, we haven't mentioned TGCTours at all, and I don't know if you're a part of it or have any interest in it at all. But I think they really have to have 3 boxes around the pin. And so they probably wouldn't put that on tour because of that. I don't think. I might be wrong. Steve's one of the Rangers, so he can say for sure. All right. That water plane seems a bit high. It feels like the water should be a bit lower, unless it's just height at Dune County lately. Oh yeah, it proved for sure. It's not quite tour worthy, but it's not a million miles away either. And it might be things like that pin that would hurt it in that regard. Now, this is where the conversation about approved and the changes that were made to approved and all that can start, because you've got a course like this, which is really good. Maybe has the odd 1 or 2 things that could be a little bit better. And then you have a course like the guy last week, you said, like, he had 6 courses that have all been approved, so he knows he's good at designing, and they were, very soft approves. Those are both considered approved. There's light years between the two. This is a much better course than what those ones were. But I'm not going to sit here and say the reviewers need to have 17 different categories, and because we know how that works too. Alrighty. It's just unfortunate that a course like this ends up in the same category as a course that's just barely, passable. I'm on a downslope, aren't I? But it's, oh man, downslope, uphill. Again, the green is just rugged. Is it gonna, I don't know, let's find out. Whoa. Hell was that? So that was a spectacular fail on my behalf. Yeah, I think if anything, there's been a couple of pins that are just a little bit. Yeah, that was what it was. I slowed it and then, oh. No, you can't. Okay. I mean, you could go 3-wood driver, I guess. But no, we don't do that here. We'll try and blast it over this and see if we can sneak the fairway. Uh-oh. Oh, we might be okay. Oh, we are. Well, here's the thing. And this is my issue with that for a drive for a par 5. I'm going for it every time. Because here's the thing. If I lay up, then I'm not getting on in 2, right? So I'm just laying up and I'm laying up again. If I go for it and I hit the fairway, I have a chance to get there in 2. If I go for it and I don't hit the fairway, well, I'm laying up just like I would have if I laid up in the first place. So I'm always going to go for it. And it's just a matter of, can I hit a very narrow fairway there? And there can be a bit of luck to that. So it's my personal preference, so I should, definitely preface what I'm about to say with that. My personal preference is for the second shot to be the interesting one on a par 5. That's just me. I think par 5s play better when it's the second shot that's the one that makes or breaks it. I think you have more of an opportunity to make the player make decisions on a second shot risk rather than a drive, unless we're talking about water or like a penalty hazard. That changes things. Like, if there had been water around here somewhere, like if this had been water, let's say, then I would have thought more about, do I want to try to carry that, or do I want to just lay it up over here and be a gigantic kitty cat? If it's just a bunker, worst case is I stick it in that bank and then I just lay up here, right? So I'm going for it every time. Oh, good Lord, what is that? Well, they've had that trail ducker. They've had, they've had it. They started the database was by scoring courses, and all it did was cause all manner of headaches, where people would be like, my course is a whatever, and it should really be a whatever, plus. And so they scrapped it because of that, and I don't blame them. It just, no matter, basically anytime they try to make the submission and the viewing provide more than just approved, it just introduces headaches. So basically, oh, now look what you did. Busy talking and I've just completely wiped one here. Okay. Well, not exactly where I wanted to be. Geez, you do like these tight pins, don't you? Uh-oh. Oh. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. So another suggestion I would have would maybe be to mix the pins up. So instead of having like a complete ball kicking pin, have each pin set have kind of, here's a difficult one, here's an easier one. Just, yeah, so it's not so much pin 1's easy, pin 2's really hard. So it doesn't play so dramatically differently. Okay, what do we do here? Yeah, let's just do this. Now we're quick. There's just no fairway to hit up here. Ooh, see ya. It's just I think in areas you would benefit from having more width in the fairways and maybe having more angle options rather than it just being really, really narrow. And it's almost like can you get lucky and almost fluke this fairway? I don't know. do understand not wanting the course to get torn apart, but some of the most enjoyable rounds I've had, the fairway's been massive, but it matters what part of the fairway you hit. Yeah, this isn't really a centerline hazard because, well, there's no fairway over here, really. So this is just more narrowing the hell out of this tee shot. Oh. All right, no. Good thing we're not playing our TGC Tour rounds today. Good God, this is bad. Double sandy income? Oh, no, no. Not double sandy. We're not even going to get there. Yeah, I think it creates so many more options, and it's more fun, frankly. And your course can be difficult with them. South Yarra says hi in that regard. I know exactly what you've done here. It's unique. It fits the backstory. It looks odd because you just don't see it on a golf course. But it fits the backstory for sure. I mean, it's a ruin that they just put a green where the bottom of the house used to be. Again, though, your pin is just outrageous. Like, you kind of have a helping slope, but I don't know how you... I mean, you're going to have to draw it in there, I guess? Yeah. And then it rolls off the back there. If you lose this, I'm probably okay. But the way it is now, I just don't know how you ever get at that thing. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think there's room for courses that have narrow fairways, but all else being equal, I'd prefer fairways with width than we use angles. It's just my preference for how to play golf. It's also, I mean, I like fairway around greens too for the same reason. It gives you more options. Huh. Yeah, at some point you just kind of say screw it, right? All right. This is 3-wood because we don't have fairway for driver. Oh, I fasted it. And then... I like how you've got the 18th, you're back to the ruins. That's your background for the 18th. Very cool. What I really like is when you're using camber in a wide fairway. So you're on the fairway, but the camber kicks you off into a really disadvantageous angle. That is probably my favorite. Yeah. So one of the things I would encourage is balancing out your slopes on your greens and not having every slope be punishing, having more helping slopes. That can also be used as hurting slopes. Oh, good read. Well, one thing you cannot say is that it's not creative. It's creative as all hell. There's a few things you can work on to make it better, but I mean, it's a really cool experience, that course. I like the environment. I like the story to it. I think it fits what the story you're telling with this course. The course fits that story, if that makes sense. Which I think is really good. We've kind of given you some feedback already for some suggestions. You're not a million miles away from having a tour-worthy course, but this wasn't that far away. It's a strong approve to me, and it's a course that you would play and be thinking, is this possibly tour worthy? And then you'd be like, maybe not because of this year. But you're not far. You're not far away at all. Good job, man. And thanks for reaching out to me on YouTube too to have me play this, because this was fun. I like that.